Hello everyone again, this is Martian Hedgehog. Welcome today to our video on a chicken farm. And as you can see, I have a chicken farm. Roll credits. No, just kidding. This is maybe how you'd want to have chickens in real life. Free range chickens with a nice comfy coop somewhere over here. But in Minecraft, well, this is not really the way you want to have your chickens. So today we're going to do a chicken farm that will mistreat some chickens, but don't worry, these are digital chickens. It is perfectly humane to digitally mistreat them. So we're going to digitally mistreat some chickens in the name of Minecraft efficiency to have a chicken farm. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of talk about each part of the farm and then see it assembled all together. First off, I do want to tell everybody that this chicken farm is based on a chicken farm I saw Daedalus822 do in his most recent Let's Play world. So I do want to make sure credit is given where it is due. So this is not an original chicken farm. I do some different things with it, but it is just derivative off of what he did in his Let's Play series. So first thing first, right here we have a redstone contraption that is designed to flash when this redstone is powered. Alright, so it's a block with redstone on top, a 4-tick delay repeater, or full delay repeater into another block, redstone connected to a torch on the first block, and the output torches on the end here that will flash when this is given a redstone signal. Ta-da! Now if we use a daylight sensor, when the daylight is up, you can see it flashes, and of course it stays powered because the sun is still up, or was up, now it's going down, but this will only flash once per day, which is important because that's the mechanic of making sure we cook our chickens only once per day, so that way they have time to grow after they've hatched. Okay, I put this button on here just as a way to show you at will, or at night, that this can output with a flash. Okay, so this button is actually not necessary in the build, but once again, that redstone on top of the block receives a signal like this, and you get one flash. Okay, the next piece of our chicken farm puzzle is the actual lava dispensing device, which is hooked up to this, which is a hopper clock, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's hoppers that measure time. In this case, it has an output to release lava. So right here is the magic block of the hopper clock system. This is the block in the build that needs to receive a signal from a redstone. Now right now I have a button doing that, but it could just as easily power this dust with a torch off of a contraption like this. So as you can see, we will put this onto here, and then it will power the system. And the way it's set up is that this redstone that is powered holds items in this hopper, which is feeding into this hopper is feeding into that hopper, but the system will not run until this is off, and you do that by powering this redstone. The items will move through the hopper, and once this hopper has items in it, it will power this comparator, which then will retract this piston by turning off this torch, releasing the lava into the killing chamber, which I've left clear so you can see it. This set of redstone right here, with the repeater coming off this block into this, basically resets the whole system, and will make it so that that piston will go back up after a measurable amount of time. So let's try it out. Piston down, lava through, chicken's cooked, piston goes up. Now the length of time that the piston is retracted is based on how many items you have in this hopper. That length of time that we just saw was 6. So let's see it again. This is a 6 item hopper clock delay, and I think it's just about perfect for what we're looking to do. Alright, so this is actually the part where we introduce chickens into the chicken farm. And everything we've covered so far I've replaced with a lever. Which will perform the duties of the piston extending and retracting. Alright, because this is going to be a manual chicken farm. You could build one of these and just have a manual chicken farm. And it's basically mother hens up here that lay eggs on a half slab with a hopper feeding straight into a dispenser. It must be a dispenser because they're the ones that throw eggs, and thrown eggs are the ones that hatch into chickens down here. These sit on top of a half slab with a hopper that goes into a chest, and we have our lava blade that will come down and cook the chickens. Now, this is important when we talk about doing our chickens. You must have them sit on a half slab. What that will do is that the lava will come down and only cook the fully grown chickens. The baby chickens on this half slab will actually have the lava suspended above their heads. It's the way the lava works interacting with half slabs. So let's check that out. So let's hit the lever. That little chicken just climbed up into the into where the lava drops down. So that can be probably cleaned up with a design change. But as you can see, the fully grown chickens are gone. They've ended up into this chest. I've had this running for a while, but you can see this chest also has eggs and feathers in it. Now, unless you're planning on making a lot of cake or having to craft a lot of arrows, putting these into your storage system on a chicken farm is a waste of time. We need some way to not have to mess with those, so we don't have to do anything other than get cooked chicken out of the chicken farm. Just real quick, that dispenser is firing based on this redstone pattern. That's a comparator into a redstone, which we boost and then have it wrap around back into the dispenser, and with a line going into the repeater. This makes it so that this will fire every time an item gets into the dispenser, not just when the first item enters the dispenser. Okay, right here, this is our sorting system for our chicken farm. So let's start with what we just ended with. Right here is the killing chamber, or the killing pen. I just don't have the lava up here, but this would be where the chickens go to die. Alright, it's sitting on a half slab. After they are cooked, they will go through this hopper tube all the way across this sorting system. This is a pretty standard sorting system. I believe the first time I saw this, Mumbo did it. I've also seen Data do a tutorial on it. It's nothing new. Alright, so 2 sorting spots and a disintegrator. The first spot filters out eggs. The eggs are then filtered back into the dropper down here. This must be a dropper. Droppers put things into other things. So this is how you will raise your items back up into here. So this dropper, it has our redstone firing pattern that we showed you. It goes up into another dropper, whoop, into another dropper, into another dropper, and finally into a dispenser for that egg to be thrown to hatch another chicken. Once again, thrown eggs are the only ones that hatch. So it's droppers up to the dispenser, and then the dispenser dispenses the egg and has a chance to hatch a chicken. The second filter is cooked chicken, and obviously there are no chickens up there. And then you attach that to whatever storage you want to have for your chickens. Just want to get a close-up of the sorting device here. Comparator, redstone, back into a repeater, which powers a block that has a torch on it that turns off and on that hopper. Okay, and you set your filter up with 4 items that are not going to be in your chicken farm and 1 item that is. So this is the egg filter. This would be the chicken filter. And then the last station doesn't require any filter, because anything that gets past the eggs and chicken filter is garbage for the chicken farm. And it just feeds straight down into a dispenser, which has our firing pattern, and it feeds right into a lava pit. Now I've chosen lava down here instead of just having an empty hole, because if you don't have the lava, you have to wait for the items to despawn. But if you're like me and have a computer that's not that powerful, you don't want to waste your computer on animating the entities of the items. So this just burns them up immediately, and you don't have to worry about them. Alright, so here is the completed chicken farm. It's pretty compact for a no-touch chicken farm. Once it's built, you can set it and forget it. As Ron Popeil would say, it is only 12 blocks wide, 10 blocks tall, and 9 blocks going back that way. So that means it can fit into any area. Once you park this bad boy in a area that you stay in most of the time, it'll produce cooked chicken for you in more than you can eat quantities. You'll want to have lots of chests attached to your storage system. So let's take a look at how we put it together. Here is our circuit that flashes once per day. Okay, signal powers the torch. Here, this will flash once per day, powering the redstone, which is going to light up the magic block. The magic block starts the hopper clock with 6 items in it. In this case, you can do more or less depending on what you like. This will then retract this piston up, which will allow the lava to flow into the killing pen right here. The sun has just risen, so we don't have any grown chickens in there. The cooked chickens will end up going through the hopper tube, filtering out our cooked chickens and recycling our eggs back into our item elevator. Okay, and of course our mother hens are on top of everything, once again feeding into the dispenser. It's important that you do want to know that this is not how you'd raise live chickens, real chickens in real life, but in Minecraft they don't mind. So you will occasionally have a glitch when you do pack the pen full of mother chickens, but that shouldn't affect how it runs. It just doesn't look very nice if you want to take a look at it. But my advice to you would be to wrap this bad boy up in some sort of resource that you have a lot of, and just enjoy your chicken. So hopefully that was what you're looking for if you're somebody who needs a chicken farm, and hopefully you'll enjoy this video with a like or a subscribe. And we look to be adding some more content, including our upcoming Let's Play series, so be sure to check that out. Have a great day!